I want to help us to avoid bowing down to idols, waiting on God, and being patient and making a God choice versus what seems to be a good choice. Hi family, thank you so much for tuning back into my channel where I love to talk about faith, family, mindset, and mentorship. All right, so I want to talk to you guys briefly today about making a good choice versus a God choice. All right, so I'm going to say that again. A good choice versus a God choice. With this life that we live, we all have choices every single day of our lives, every minute, almost down to the second. We have to make a decision or make a choice on how we're going to maneuver throughout the day, or how we're going to make a plan for our family, or how we're going to succumb to a plan for our lives. On this journey of faith, on this journey of learning and growing with God, I've learned that there's a big difference between a good choice and a God choice. There are plenty of times where we have an opportunity that seems very good, right? It can be a new job, it can be a new relationship, it can be a new friendship. At that particular time, I didn't understand the significance of it and how heavy that decision is. Down to traveling, buying a house, buying a car, any decision that we have come across or any opportunity that presents itself can seem, and it can very well be a good choice. But the question to ask yourself is this a good choice for me? And the even more profound question to ask is this a God choice? There are going to be different opportunities that are going to come your way, right? We're all growing, we're all healing. I hope, we're all going through a process of like redefining ourselves, refining ourselves, and becoming better. And when you do this, you will begin to attract the things that you really want into your life. Sometimes we have to stop and assess the situation because there are a lot of duplicates that can come along. And the thing that you're seeking can come to you, and it seems like the very thing that you've been praying for. But we don't actually know at that particular time that it's actually a duplicate. It's a carbon copy of the real thing that we're actually seeking. And so although that thing that comes to you may feel like a good thing, nothing can compare to it being a God thing. The enemy will present something to you and make you feel like, man, this is really good. I should take this opportunity. I should jump on this deal. But we don't realize that it's actually a carbon copy, and that it's actually the enemy that's trying to present something to us that he is aware that we want. And he understands that we are impatient because we are human. So he will very well try to present that opportunity or that deal or that thing to you first and see if you're going to jump on it. This takes a lot of patience. This takes a lot of faith. This is actually something I think that happened to the Israelites in the Bible. They were impatient. They became very impatient. They were waiting on God. And instead of waiting on God, they started doing their own thing. They started, getting into magic. They started doing different things that were against God. They started worshiping an idol god because the enemy presented something to them that was a carbon copy. And because of their impatience, they bowed down to that idol thing. And so I want to help us to avoid bowing down to idols, bowing down to carbon copies of what the enemy is trying to present, versus waiting on God and being patient and making a God choice versus what seems to be a good choice. So I hope that this information resonated with you today. Leave me a comment. Let me know what stood out to you. I look forward to speaking with you guys again in the future. All right, so until next time, be blessed and have a great day.